So what is IIS and IIS Express? Did you remember? Those are all web servers, okay? And one server will come along with .NET installation, and another web server will come along with operating system. Both the two will be used to convert ASP.NET content to HTML content. Rendering is nothing but once we make a request and the request is sent to server, and the server will give the response back to browser. That process we call it as rendering. So rendering to HTML. Now here, new website, ASP.NET empty website. This is file system, and here, if it is a company like a Windows-based applications are, we can use for integrations from all the developers. Here we can install one software called it as SVN, some version, and depends on a company. And some companies are using this VSS, Visual Source, and some companies are using SVN tools. So these are all the three things will be used. Here you can observe some green color marks. Green means fully committed. Red means some part of the changes we have done, but it is not fully committed to SVN. That means once we have done any changes, automatically the changes will reflect to other developers once it is green. Until red here, the changes are only in our PC. It is not updated to the development PCs. So we can keep it, the project in one server, and from the server to all the developers can access based on their login IDs and passwords, so that whoever has done the changes, we can observe directly by using change logs. Here we have some show logs. So in that particular show logs, at present I think it is not working, because once it is connected to SVN server, it will update. So and so person has done in this page so and so changes. So just it is showing that the person author name and date, what they have changed. And once we double click on it, the file will open and it will be identify the background colors, yellow color and all, so that we can understand that so and so developer has changed in the page these things. Okay, and especially for team projects, so we can say one is VSS and the second one is SVN and the third one is TFS. So olden days, for integration purpose we can use Visual Source, and still some middleware companies and all use SVN. International standards companies are going to maintain TFS, because always we need to keep 24/7 server for it to exchange all the integration tools. So at present we are using SVN subversion. So what is the use of it? First we can understand the usage. Basically these things will be used for, maybe by mistake if you modified the file. If it is a normal folder, you cannot revert back the changes. Always whatever the current coding is there, we can use it. But whereas here, But whereas here, if you once applied any tagline, which date you are applied your perfect coding, again you will be retrieved back that code from here. So it is going to maintain the repository. That is a first advantage. And the second advantage, who has changes in that, we can directly ask to that developer for any dependency works. That is another advantage. And the third one is integration, like all of different team members are working under. So if it is not used any tool, every time we can keep our pages into one central location and everybody should pick up that files and all. And if at all any error is there in that particular file, it will reflect automatically. And we are unable to find out the developers. So these things will be going to make very flexible to the developer. That's the reason we always keep it our projects into these type of tools for project integration. So you can explain any one of the tool while you go for interview. So now here IAS Express, and here already yesterday we have seen while you're going to create the website, we have three locations. One is file system, and the second one is HTTP, and the third one is FTP. File system is the site is in our local PC. The site is in our local PC. And HTTP, this HTTP is site is in, either you can keep it your local or you can keep it in a LAN, or you can purchase the domain, you can share with the static IP from our system to live. So all these flexibilities will be there for it. It is just only used for upload the files as well as download the files. That's it. So file system is, the system is only one. HTTP for all of the developers can see the project output from their systems. Now we'll see here ASP.NET empty website. For our differentiations and all, we can use so no pages. We need to take one page, add a new item, select the web form, add it. So now the page yesterday we discussed, every page has HTML structure. And now here we can create a registration form and links. We have a toolbox. There we can use some links. Generally websites are showing a home page, about us, contact us, like very basic design. This is completely a web page. Under this particular document, we can apply the styles, or directly we can go to the source. In a body tag, we can write style equal to. So we need to change the background color, colon. HTML properties are used for colon. ASP.NET properties apply equal to symbol. Once we can change, now the website page design is changed of this background color, total body, page background. Now these are all the links, hyperlinks. Now the first hyperlink will be make it as home, and this is for about us, and this is for contact us, and this is for feedback, or this is for any news and events, something like that. And if you want gallery, we can make it. So now in our design, we are not having any styles for this. Home, about us, feedback. And we can give some space until we are not given any pages link up to these particular links. It will not going to come anything. So now these are all the links we applied for this page. Now see, ampersand NBSP, nullable blank space. How many spaces we have given for one link to another link, it will come. Div, the total container is this. So this is the div is going to identify the area, and whatever the links we applied here, that we can make it at center. And now this is the div, and here we can observe one more white color background. This is a form. The total page is designed inside a form. This is a div, and here it is form. We can't keep the .NET controls outside of the form. Why? Because here the total form should be run at equal to server, and whatever HTML related things are there, it will execute by browser. Other than HTML content, anything is there that will be executed by server. So now if we keep it the control, go to the source, before of the form tag, hyperlink. Just we'll see it, right click, view in browser. So we need to show it in a browser, IIS Express, stop this. So now it is hyperlink. It is going to understand and displays the content. Now a button or a text box, this is a button. Now we can click on a button, save the changes, view in browser. So now it is showing an error. Button of type must be placed inside the form tag, because here whenever we have seen this particular hyperlink, it is converted to HTML. Basically the control is hyperlink, but in runtime it is changes to A for anchor tag. So whatever here the controls we don't know. If you want to see it, here is the cursor, click on this, and wherever the part you want, you just click on that particular location. Automatically which code they have written for it, you can understand here at least a basic idea. Not fully, but client side we can see it. So what they are applied, select this mouse pointer cursor, and you just move the mouse pointer to about us, and it is showing A hyperlink 2. A for anchor tag in HTML. Anchor means this is the cursor is displaying this type of cursor pointer. But once we move the mouse pointer on it, the cursor is changed. And if we applied a reference means once we click on about us, it has to display about us page. If we click on feedback, display feedback page. And click on news and events, display news and events page, like this. Now, we are not applied anything, just displayed the links on. So if you want to apply anything in the browser itself, we can write the code. Right click, edit HTML. There, okay, this is an anchor tag. Now we are going to reference href over reference, means mouse is moving on that where we have to go. We need to go to something like http://www.youtube.com, something like any name we can give. Just remove the cursor pointer from here. Now see the difference between the other links and this link. These are all normal cursor is just pointed like this. Now once we move the mouse pointer, hand symbol is coming. That hand is indicating as A for anchor. That anchor symbol is this one. And once we move the mouse pointer, here you can observe one status bar message is coming. So you can understand that once we move the mouse pointer on it, now what here it is showing www.youtube.com. Observe it. Click on here www.youtube.com. That means once we click on about us, it will redirect to youtube.com website. So basically we are in a current site, it is navigating to YouTube site automatically. Okay, so now earlier there is no error, but we place the button click event, the event will not run in browser. That is the reason recommended always .NET controls should keep it inside the form tag. So now see, this is the form. Whatever controls we kept here, now the controls we can make it inside the form tag. Save it and run it, refresh. So now it is working. So now we can apply all the pages here. So go to site, add one more new item, select the web form. One is a home page, home design, home.aspx. And add one more new item, that is web form. The name is about us. Right click, add one more form, contact us. Add one more form, gallery. Add one more form, feedback. New item means it will come to here, feedback. And add news and events. Maximum avoid the special symbols. No spaces should give for the pages. So now here all the pages are ready. We can give all these pages links to here. So this is a web page. Div is a container, hyperlink. Now with this particular hyperlink, we can give href. Sorry, if it is HTML href, it is ASP.NET navigate URL. Once we click on the home, where we have to navigate. Navigate means which page we are going to refer. home.aspx. Go to home.aspx. Now the same thing we can apply to navigate URL, that is about us. And this is the feedback page. Navigate URL equal to feedback. Don't give aspx.cs pages. ASPX is a design page. ASPX.cs is coding file. So here we can give only design page. All pages are ASPX. If the page has only static content, there is no dynamic content. Dynamic means labels, text boxes, buttons and all. Then you can give the extension as ASPX. If it is only normal static content, then we can use HTML, .html. So this is for here, navigate URL equal to, this is a gallery page, news and events. And this is navigate URL equal to gallery, gallery.aspx. And here it is for navigate URL equal to contact us, this. So now we can observe that all the links has navigation now. So once we are navigated, now we can observe we need to design all these pages, but at present whether it is properly navigating or not, we can see here it is a home page, so we can display this as home page, sorry, and this has to display some bigger font size, H1, header 1. Likewise, we can apply all the pages, H1, in between. This is a page as about us, and this is a page as contact us. And this is a page as feedback. And this is a page as gallery. And this is a page as news and events. So now we'll see it in a browser. This is a home page. Contact us coming inside. So this div tag container, now we can observe that at present we are in default.aspx page. Once we click on home, displays home page, but the top of the design is not repeated. So this is first stage of design. Go to back, and again we can click on, because that screen sharing is there. So I'm just took down bit of the browser. Yeah. So now about us. This is about us page, about us. So first traditional design is like this. Once you click on that, you need to go to the next page and again come back, and again we can click on here, news and events. Now this is gallery. Content is gallery. Contact us. Contact us this. So now what we have to do, I want to repeat this design for all the pages. We don't want to go back and come again, go back and come again. So this is only a small part of the design. We want to repeat it to every page. So for this, what we have to do, here in this particular site, add a new item. There we have, till now we have seen web form. Now we will see web user control. In a C#, we have seen user control. User wants to create their own controls for their own purpose. They can create it wherever they need, they can use it. Example, we have used our own text box, our own logins and all. So the control C is going to repeat. Now here in this web user control, we can give a menu navigator, any name we can give it. So menu navigator. Now this web user control, click on add. Once we click on this particular menu navigator, now what design we created under this particular default page, now the complete design we can create it in this particular form. So this is a link. We will cut it from here. We don't want here. We want this design in web user control. So double click on ASCX. There we can apply. Sorry. Go to default page. There go to the source. Now we can remove from here. There is no source at all. Go to web user control, menu navigator.ascx. Now you can apply here. Save the changes. So now the design is appear. Now what we want, remember this is only for reusability. Means create the design and code in one form. Use this design and code for all the remaining pages. So it is not having any view in browser. We cannot run this web user control directly. So it's an important interview question. Can we execute web user controls? We can say no. It is only for reusability purpose. Design and code should be used in all the remaining pages. So you can apply this web user control to web page. So now here, drag and drop this navigator. Here, 2 lines are added. This. Observe that Control Z. It is only having a page. This is directive. So if I am going to identify a page, how we know that it is a page? It is a web user control. So there we can see page. It is called as page directive. So it can understand that it is a web page. And you can observe that this is web user control. So on the top, it is showing that it is a control. So web user control directive is control directive. Web page directive is page directive. If it is a master page, master directive, like that. So directives purpose is what type of page is loading at present. The server can understand. See here, less than percentile means it is completely for server. So percentile greater than last one. The line should not be executable by browser. You can observe here, right click, there, view page source. The first line is empty. Empty means it cannot be shown to anyone. It is not processed by the browser also. The information is hidden. So whatever the server side logic we have written, that server side logic should not be exposed to browser. So always client side coding, server side coding. Server side coding in this ASPX page, we can write inside less than percentile symbols. So this is a page. created in ASP.NET with C#. Coding file is this one. Once we double click on the page load will come. Button click will come. Those are all automatically fired. Fire means it can be understand automatically. Auto event.